0, but I had some hitting on me. Sam says, yes, you're not a real teacher. Real teachers have a little chain dangling down. I wore a necklace yesterday, but I do have like a lanyard with keys. So I am a real teacher. I even say I teach right there. Come on. Who has a notepad like that? Terrified of his reaction to the situation. That's what you're going through right now? Terrified of his reaction? What looks okay here, thanks. You can see me. Yeah, I had Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok open. Kind of opens up the platform so you guys can, interact with each other and keep the discussion going. I'm rebuilding my following. So I had a really good following on YouTube, and then I took a little bit of a break. And so that way, but you guys have been clean the lens. It's not the lens, it's working now. So petty check. Amazing, beautiful eyes too. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I love the compliments. And clear picture. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just started doing that. So yeah, hopefully it stays that way, because it was nothing I did. That's what's so frustrating about technical things is you're like, I didn't do anything different. Like, I don't know how to troubleshoot, but something must have crossed. I don't know. So hi, Vincent. Thank you for the compliment. It says, I'm looking amazing tonight. No on your glasses. I know. I know you're a real teacher. Yes, man, I am. Watched you set up the other day. How's class? Oh, that's right. Yes, class is going good. So you saw my little bulletin boards. I have to come to Lexington. I'm trying to think. I might have been through Lexington. So Empty Heads is back. So I do want to address that question. Now, I don't know what the conversation was about. Sometimes people have internal trauma surfacing. So it could be something, even just you think, it's like romantic and I'd love to spend the night with you and cuddle. And then all of a sudden they get this terrified look. It could be something from a trauma in the past. And you're like, what the heck? I'm just trying to say, I think she's beautiful. I'd love to spend time and cuddle, take my time with her. Sometimes even just little phrases. Do you remember back to what the conversation was about? Sometimes it's just temperature. And how did she react when she looked terrified? Was it, sometimes, even you could say, I see forever with you. I want to marry you. And sometimes that's terrifying to people, like, oh, even though it might be something that they want. So let me know a little bit more about what was going on. And if you can let me know, like 2 weeks before then, well, she used that time to throw her future faking about wanting to marry me in my face. Tell me a little bit about the story and I can analyze it, because some of these triggers, I talked about that one kid who was adopted, and the lady was like fantastic. And she's like, I'll make sure you're comfortable and have clothes and everything you need. And I'd love to play with you and doing everything the right way. But she had fake nails, and the kid was terrified of this wonderful woman just because of her fake nails. And when she took off the fake nails, the kid was fine. So sometimes the traumas are like, what is going on? This lady is perfect for this kid. I also talked about my sister. My grandpa would be like, hi, gorgeous. That was her nickname, not mine. But she hated him because she thought gorgeous meant handsome, and she was a girl. So she was offended. And you're like, Grandpa's just saying you're gorgeous, man. This little kid has an attitude. And it's like, no, just miscommunication. Empty said, also, she said other mentally abusive stuff about me before I took her home. So yeah, she was in a heightened state of being triggered. Was there anything that you said, like, even, like, I can't wait for us to work this out. I appreciate just whatever, where she felt like she was being attacked or something. Some people are sensitive. And I do want to talk about that, because we have to meet people where they are. And, the one thing I don't like is resume. Is, we don't want to tell somebody they're too sensitive. There's something causing them to be sensitive. And in this world, we do have to kind of toughen up. I had one lady tell me to toughen up. And I was like, oh, Of course she went, but no, but just give me a hug and let me cry. But she was right. She was right. There are times we do get too sensitive, but it's like that Chinese water torture. If you keep having water dropping, it's like, what the heck? It's just a piece of water. But over time, it starts feeling like horrendous pain. And some people are super sensitive because of how deep the pain goes. Well, I did try to defend myself against the mean comments at one point, but it wasn't an all-out shouting match, anything. We were just talking. So yeah, sometimes when we start defending ourselves, people take it as they're saying something wrong, they're doing something wrong, and they get that fear of abandonment. Did she look terrified? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Terrified that you would hurt her physically, or was it emotional? So Catman says, love conquers all. Neighbors adopt severely abused kids. It's amazing what their love does in just weeks. Yeah. Love definitely helps. Slay the house down. Boom. Work it, Queen. Your live is so iconic, sister. Thank you, Lucas. Some people are sensitive, and I do want to talk about that. Yorman, like my do I like cake? I used to have a sweet tooth. It's really weird. I had a miscarriage, and I don't really crave sweets anymore. I used to be a big sweets eater, though. Relax shot time. I'll tell you what, I got some Diet Coke. I'll do that. Very creative teachers are heroes. Yeah, when you get creative, it makes them more interesting. So here's some Diet Coke. And my mommy is here. My mom is here. And just like you said, love conquers all. But yeah, I grew up pretty well. Thank you, Mom, for all your love and support. But I do want you guys to see that podcast tomorrow. Empty Head says, in under a month, it even looked like she was losing weight in her face. I have no idea, but I never laid a hand on her in the past. Yeah, sometimes those fears are not necessarily, it's like projection or trauma. What in under a month, do you know if she was doing anything else, like any illegal kind of stuff? You know what I mean? The losing weight. Did she go through something that you might not know? Was she essayed somehow and traumatized? Sometimes people hold in their traumas. She smokes pot, but with the kids. I got that heart right there. With her kids is what I think it says. How old are her kids? And that's another thing too. A lot of times that's kind of indicative of trying her kids. Okay, I see it now. Of trying to mask a pain or a boredom. So if there's some cake, I'll eat some cake, but not that often. 20 and 30 something. She's 60. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes people do that because of pain, but your ex is 60. But yeah, there's something going on. Usually that's indicative of something more going on. I'd like to give you a better answer, but I'd probably have to know like the whole situation, a little bit more about her. I believe there's something going on. Is that when you saw the black eyes, though? The rage? I know you people. Oh, and I got some gifts. Thank you so much. Who did that? Oh my gosh. You are sweet. Let me catch up, guys. But yeah, class is going good. And thank you so much. I'm catching up. So Mike says, if Redbirds, thank you, Catman. Check it out. Helping me get my new computer or a new screen so I don't have that crack. If redbirds have red babies, a bluebird has blueberries. What bird has no babies? A snowbird. Coach, thank you. You got that #1 gifter badge. I appreciate. Coach. Do you coach? What do you coach? And thank you, Catman, for those roses. I appreciate that. Empty says, oh, Run is here. Yes, thank you for joining. Empty says, I don't think she smoked it that day of the black eyes. Yeah, and that can happen even if she did. So it goes deeper than that. Yeah, and I don't think her eyes were dilated because of that. I think you saw the transition High school basketball. Very cool. I used to teach or coach college cheerleading. So thank you for liking the live, coach. Look at that. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, TGIF. And Timothy is here. Thank you so much, coach. Um, but something triggered her. Something made her feel unsafe. And like I said, tomorrow, I really do want to talk about like the demonic stuff and get really into it. There is something spiritual. And I've been holding back on saying what really needs to be said because we are talking about the mind and the body and we forget about the spiritual. If we talk, I might lose subscribers over this. I hope not, but it needs to be said. And coach, another 4 roses. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. So Run says basketball, my thing. Hung up the shoes, but still a dream. I know I used to get chased down the halls. I'm 6'1". Coach would probably love me. 6'1". They're like, please play basketball. I'm like, I'm just tall. They're like, we'll give you a scholarship. I'm like, I'm just tall. Fernando, wow. But the spiritual aspect, I do think there are like demons out there, and these demons are the things that we struggle with. And coach is 6'6". Uh-oh, I found my husband. But when we have these different triggers or we lose faith or we lose the guidance and want to control certain things, I know a lot of us feel we know it's best. Sometimes we go through these trials and tribulations to bring us closer to God, which is, we tend to justify certain things and it seems to make sense, but it's also a lot of times the easier thing. And the reason I want to talk about the demonic stuff is not necessarily is a person bad. They have to want to change, and it gets extremely painful. I went to a deliverance, and my sister wanted to go with me, and it was really odd. You see people, crying, and I guess the lady, it was the first one I went to, and she's like, you see all these people writhing in pain. At some of the other deliverances, and she's like, I don't do that. I don't know. She like does it in such a way that you don't that you can release. And they say like if you burp or cry, or I think she said even pass gas or whatever, but some people were collapsing, some people were crying, some people were curled up. It was really interesting to see like what is going on. Like, are these people releasing? And if you think about it, when we cry, we are kind of releasing some of the stress, some of the anxiety. And also too, like having gratitude and faith, you don't have anxiety there. You get rid of the anxiety. Anxiety is kind of like a demonic kind of thing. Or, if you have faith, you can have patience. And if you don't have the patience and the faith, you have the anxiety, and the anxiety tears apart relationships. And what does the devil want? They want to tear apart relationships. They want to tear apart your self-esteem. And it goes really deep. Burton says, hi from California. Good to have you here. And Catman says 6'1", but I can afford tall shoes. Well, you're just there. You're just there. You're fine. Run says they numb the things with it. Yeah, because they don't want to feel it. And it is uncomfortable. And you see the destruction people go down. They have the advice, they don't take it, or they feel that in a sense they're their own God. They're extra special. They won't get addicted. Other people get addicted, or on and on and on. But those are the temptations, and it starts doing stuff to your brain. Ron says weed is, in my experience, for pain, not just physical. May use it to calm down. And there are people, they start to rely on it too much. And it also takes them away from living their true, authentic life. I get it with the pain. I've been going through like massive hip pain where like my hips feel broken, but I am taking non-steroid anti-inflammatory, which seems to help. But yeah, be careful with that, because when you start numbing it on your own, sometimes the gateway or even opioids, things like that, people can become addicted to it or get in such a state of mind that they're not keeping track of when they had the last one. It's a downer calming. unless it's sativa, which is actually a upper. We did it for pain. Yeah, I haven't had experience with that stuff, so I really don't know. But I just know, if there's a way that we can kind of, I know the pain thing is different, certain strains. Yeah, but it's expensive. It takes up time. Um, you're not in your true self, but I know the pain thing, um, but you learned a lot about it. Yeah, I need to study that a little bit more. I know there's some benefits, but there's also, some negatives, and same with prescription stuff too. I had a bad injury, it helped. Yeah, I know sometimes we're just trying to get through this life, but as far as like the uh the medications for mental illness, sometimes I talk about that guy. You got to be really careful if you are taking anything. You do still need to go under the doctor's care, because you cannot on some of these quit cold turkey. It can actually be extremely dangerous, or deadly, and know what you're dealing with and do it the right way. But when we can have some faith and work on the spiritual aspect, also it can get rid of depression, it can get rid of anxiety. And I only heard about that one schizophrenic. I did see some comments about other people, so I can't speak to that, but I can think in the spiritual realm that if you think about it, when they hear these voices, they are demonic. They're saying to do these horrible things. They're not saying, go paint your neighbor's house a beautiful color, ask first, or go do these wonderful things. It's always terrible. It's always terrifying. So, you would think the voices would be like, "Hey, sweetheart, go clean your kitchen," but they're like terrible. And what does it say? Oh, dang it! Oh, all right, this is what I'm going to do, guys. We are going to re-log in. I got in trouble. We're going to re-log in. Okay. I got to watch what I say. I'm just going to re-log in. So come back and join me. A soul survivor dash Cynthia. I hate to do that, but they restricted me. I ain't playing that. All right. So I'm trying to log off and log back in. You got to be so careful. Oh. So Michael, thank you. It won't let me log off. I really want to talk about this. Oh, that was going good. So we will re-log in. Oh, and I had gifters and they were so sweet. Okay, so I want to spread this word, but I don't want to be restricted. All right, so edit. Okay, let's see. So it's not meant to me. Hold on, let me do. All right, there we go. Hopefully they'll come back. I feel terrible doing that. It's not meant to be every day unless you have cancer or something. Chronic illness. I agree. You call it medicine. You quit the stuff. Run. It's about. I know I feel terrible that I just did that. Mommy, are you still here? You're supposed to say goodnight to me. It's about how it's also taken. Yeah. And has it made a difference since you quit? Thank you guys for hanging in with the technical stuff. It's your fun. Don't worry about that. I'm pretty good with. Thank you guys for coming back. I felt terrible about that. So thank you for coming back. So now I can talk a little more freely. You got to be so careful on what you say. But I'd like to know what you guys think about that, because I don't think people are necessarily bad, but they're succumbing to temptations or drifting away. So you quit in 2005, and does it feel any different? Do you feel any better? Because sometimes there's trade-offs too. Thank you guys. I see some of you guys coming back. I appreciate that. I am so sorry for that. I just didn't feel like being restricted. So I took the matters into my own hand. Thank you for coming back. You guys are awesome. Or 2007, not 2006, but But, some things can be explained by science as far as the demonic eyes, that there is that adrenaline rush and the dilation of the pupils, also the lighting when we're scared, because there can be that fear of abandonment or being overpowered. Um, that'll dilate your eyes too. Also, being in love can dilate the eyes. So there is a science to it, but it also goes deeper. And Run says, I occupied myself with other stuff. I find myself more funny and a prankster. Probably, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, it's a little bit of an inhibition goes away, but sometimes our inhibition is meant to protect us because, you know, you can become more promiscuous or push your luck with how much you are indulging in. And Dr. Tim, hey y'all, good to have you back. I am so sorry I had to leave for a second, but thank you for joining me, guys, again. And Willie is here. Dennis, what kind of things did you do? It's good to know what some other things are to get us through the difficult times. Thank you for hit the love. More likes can attract viewers. Keep it up. We're doing really good. And I did not want to log off. Ron says at one point, I did it every day. And did you ever find yourself like craving it to where it kind of consumed your thoughts? We got to be careful of that we have control over our lives. And, it probably changed some of the friends that you hung out with and what was their motivation on things. I really says, I tell my friends, Maura and Olivia, that they slay. Well, good. And thank you for the follow, Cat's dad. Sweetie Pie is here. I like that, Sweetie Pie. Hi, sweetheart. I'm Steven. Hi, Steven. Cynthia here. And we're just opening up the discussion and whatever you guys would like to talk about on this Friday night. It is not Saturday. I'm in my own little world. In my world, it's Saturday night. That's how hard I slept. My nap was long enough for it to be Saturday. Ron says, I actually crave specific types actually for the specific benefits. That makes sense. And Stephen is asking, how am I doing tonight? I am doing excellent. I took a nice long nap after work, and I'll be on with you guys for a little bit. I do have a really interesting podcast coming up that I'll record and upload, so look for that tomorrow. Lady's name is Kendra. If you type in Kendra, you will see it. I'm hoping she'll do a actual series with me. And if you guys want to connect me with some people or yourself to do more podcasts, I like doing those. Getting different perspectives on things and kind of targeting what you guys would like to talk about. My channel, I did start expanding out to different mental illnesses because, people thinking about their narcissists are not always narcissists, and sometimes certain things going on with ourselves. Michael says, I'm back, you gorgeous blonde. I felt so bad. Sorry I had to log off, but I didn't want to be restricted. I got too many important things to say tonight, and I wanted you guys to have a full audience, not just restricted. So there we go. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that, Michael. Ron says, I still do, but I know it's for pain. Like physical, not just to leave the world. And so I gotta be careful what I say, but it can be helpful if it's strong enough. Yeah, I agree. But as far as medications, it'd be nice not to have to rely on medications. Medications may be necessary at a certain time, but if there is a way to wean yourself off of it, like I said, definitely be careful. But to deal with the issue, to heal, not just mask it. It's like that infection. You've got to get rid of an infection to fully heal. I have scars. I'm a burn victim, but if they were infected, you could get scar tissue and infection, but is that going to lead to health? So I want spiritually, mentally to get to that healthy. And thank you, Will, for the follow. I appreciate that. Ron says, but there are other natural chemicals that help. Yeah, and that's why I like our balance with our diet and our fluid intake and our sleep. All of that is important too. Ron says I do other natural stuff that helps these days. Yeah, and there's people who get into that holistic healing, and you hear about laughter is the best medicine, and people, praying or, um, you know, um, the spiritual healing, things like that. And you were married to a burn victim. What happened to them? I caught on fire when at my 5th birthday party, the barbecue exploded and I was burnt 55% of my body. So I'm pretty lucky with how I look. Ron says it helps, but the healing takes longer. Yeah, but it's a fuller heal. It is a fuller heal. And it depends on what it is. I'll agree. She got burnt making jam and jelly. Ooh, so yeah, when I caught on fire, I had a fire retardant dress on, so it melted onto me instead of burning off because they were using fire retardant clothing, which was worse. It would have been good, like if my dress was on the floor and a cigarette fell on it, because it would just kind of fizzle out. But when it's on you, it's like hot plastic, and that jam and jelly is sticky and super hot. I wonder if it even gets hotter than boiling water. Either way, it would be extremely hot. Poor thing. And then, yeah, they had to like scrape. It was terrible. They probably had to scrape her too. Not Dustin. Why did the pirate go to school? To improve his articulation. Oh, what is my pirate joke? Oh, it's something I can't remember the joke. Maybe you guys can figure it out. What is a pirate's favorite letter? And everybody's gonna go R, and then it's like, no, it's the C. So that's my pirate joke. Not mine, it's Patrick's. You guys can thank Patrick for that joke. His favorite letter, R. No, it's a C. Michael says, I've heard a ball of water is the worst thing you can get. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, you got it. Not Dustin. I bet you got it in time before it takes time to type. So yeah, I'll give it to you. I think you got it. Michael says, y'all think y'all funny, don't you? I didn't say it was funny. I just I didn't know you're Patrick, not Dustin. That'd be fun. I can't see. No, you're not Patrick. You could be a Patrick, but no, I'm Patrick. That's funny. Velour, burnt to my skin. Velour, the soft fabric. Is that what you're talking about? To your skin before it was hurt. Yeah, it kept burning. Okay, so velour, VELOUR, just so you know. But yeah, that's kind of like polyester based, I would guess, which is like melted stuff. So that would be pretty similar to what I went through. Mine was more of like a plasticky. Yours might have been more liquid plastic. Hard to tell, but yeah. It keeps cooking. Yeah, well, part of it is stuck to you. It doesn't burn off. It melts onto you. And I get a trophy. Thank you. Thank you, Nat Dustin. Look at that beautiful trophy. Michael says, do you know what a pirate puts on during Halloween? I don't know. What's a pirate put on? I don't know. And John is here. Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, it sticks. A mask. Oh, that's good. Just like, do you remember? I'm 54, and I remember those plastic masks that we used to have. Those little super cheap printed things. Those were the best, though. Those little masks, you couldn't breathe. But Y is here. ZX Alienate. So we got a bunch of pirate jokes. Are you a pirate or a Pittsburgh fan? I get a lot of pain at random. What's your pain from? Is it like arthritis or from the burns? I know some of my scars hurt for a while. They don't really hurt that much now. Roy says, hello, young lady. Usually been going what? Casper mask. And thank you for the follow, Aaron. Nice to have you. And finish your sentence. You're usually been going what? Going. I meant to say, oh, how's my night going? My night is going good. It's good to have you guys here. And like I said, I love it when you guys comment. It helps grow the channel. Feel free to follow. And I appreciate all the support. Run says, uh-oh. Dang it. Quiet. I want to cry. Hold on, guys. I got to double check my connections. I have this stuff plugged in, but it's dying on me. Why is it? There we go. Because I didn't. Let's see if I saved it in time. Are you serious? It was from something? An internal issue. Huh. And sometimes too, it can be inflammation that can do that too. Good night, Lava. Good night. Thank you, Isastar. Thank you for joining 100%. John says, hey, Pookie. Nice to have you here. And Roy's, Roy, I'm having a good night. I got a nice long nap. I'll be chatting with you guys for a little bit and then looking forward to tomorrow's podcast. But yeah, I'd like to know more about that story so I can help answer that question a little bit more. It happened when I was young. It was years ago, but now my body's reminding me, yeah, I have a complete break in my leg that healed. And that's been acting up like 30 some years later. Like the last 2 years, it's been bugging me. It hasn't bugged me in an entire 28 years. And this year has been terrible. And thank you. Look at all that love. I love seeing those hearts go up. As it says right now, I'm tired, gonna rest just now. Yeah, get your rest in, definitely. Hey, from Nola. Where is Nola? What country is Nola? Or is it? Are you saying that's your name? Is Nola a name or a city, country? So Michael says, I'm a night person. Me too, but I have a day job. Oh, this diva. Hi. I don't know how to say it. Neex? XXX. I'm going to call you Neex. And unless you can phonetically spell it for me. Isa says, could you please answer your phone when I'm trying to get onto me? I don't really take phone calls. Is that what you're saying? And Michael says you're retired. Oh, I am jealous. 8 more years for me is what I'm hoping. Might be a little bit longer than that, but 8 is the youngest. So, yeah, I don't really take phone calls because I'm like worldwide, and that kind of gets overwhelming. You can make me famous. How can you make me famous? Tell me. Ron says I spent that summer alert at their vacation and the incident at home, isolated from everyone. Happened when I was young. It was years ago. Alone. Oh, that's hard. That is hard. That was probably some pretty intense healing that you had to go through. So, oh my goodness. So how's that going to make me famous? Matthew says no. Oh, New Orleans, Louisiana. That was too simple. I've never heard it called that. Thank you for telling me that. NOLA is New Orleans, Louisiana. That's like so easy. I never heard it called that. Thank you for that. Isa says, so have plans to visit Trinidad and Tobago. Why not? I just got to have the money. Ron says it sucks. I forgot everything. When I caught on fire, is that what you're talking about? During that time, you forgot? And we got a what up, Louisiana from Run on my YouTube channel. And you're saying inbox me. Well, I'm not sure if your comment is exactly the way I want to get famous. Matthew says, sorry, yes, it's just our thing. And that's cool. I like learning that. That stands for North Louisiana. Is it North Louisiana? Not New Orleans. North Louisiana. And Isa Star, thank you for the following. You guys are sending that love. Courtney Love. I always get her and Courtney Cox mixed up. I don't know why. She's the one that had like the blood ampule of her boyfriend. What was her boyfriend's name? He was a rock star, wasn't he? I know a little about her, so not enough to say if I like her or not. Yeah, mentally, I was told to forget about it. Yeah, Kurt Cobain. Yep, that is exactly. Um, so I don't know. There's some odd things to her. I will say that there's some things I don't necessarily like, but I don't know enough about her to really talk on her. Even from social media, the things that they share, I know a little bit about her. I know the blood thing, and um, she's a little eccentric. Yeah, I don't know. So true, diva. Are you saying? So how do you feel about her, Neeks? And I hope I'm saying it right, but that's your nickname. I hope you like it. Some comments were filtered. What are you guys saying? Ah, they're protecting me. TikTok's got my back. Matthew's got that little ha ha ha. Ben is back. Thank you for following the live creator. I appreciate that. Sorry I had to. Angie Santa Rose, thank you so much. We are not restricted right now, so we can talk. We got to be good, but that way people aren't filtered out. So, and calling me a diva. I love it. And I appreciate the roses. I am saving up for some new equipment. It will go back into the channel. Naya? Is that right? Naya? Could either be Nia or Naya, but I'm thinking Naya. If it's Nia, do N-E-E for me, but I'll say Naya. Run says, I'm going through memory recall last 3 weeks, which has been hard. Is that your body just doing the memory recall, or are you purposely trying to go through your memories to kind of figure a couple things out? Sometimes we got to deal with the hard things, realize, where is this anxiety coming from, or why did that trigger me? Because you can be in a relationship, and just like I talked about that kid with the woman with the long nails, sometimes you can say to your partner, hey, I'm trying like crazy, but the long nails are what's triggering me. I love you, but can we change that? Not everybody's going to change for you, but it's a legitimate request, you know. Ron says, no, buddy, the health part, I can't drink really, the injury. Uh, so, um, so the memory recall, I don't quite understand. Nobody, the health, and I don't know if you mean nobody or nobody. The health part, I can't drink really. The injury. The injury is causing you not to be able to drink, or are you talking about alcohol? I'm not sure what you mean. Thank you for the follow and the Rosebud. And user is here. Bird pictures. Ooh, bird pictures. What's your favorite bird? I love sand cranes. Sand cranes look like prehistorical birds to me. But like I said, you guys can open the topics to whatever you want to talk about. Ron says, so basically another mental trauma caused drinking, which with the injury, I was told don't drink too heavy. Okay. Yeah, and even in general, you don't want to throw off your body's symbiosis. You want to keep it as healthy as possible. Also, it does start to kill brain cells too. So when we're dealing with, trauma, that we don't want to exacerbate it by killing more brain cells. It's working on that spot of my body. Okay. Yeah. Do you know internal? Okay. Yeah, so, if it sounds like it's good advice not to do that, and then also, like I said, alcohol can cause inflammation, which they say, I've been to nursing school, 90% of pain is from inflammation. You get rid of the inflammation, you don't have the pain. 90%. That's what reminds me. Oh, okay. So the pain can be triggering too. Yeah, I would think so. And that definitely makes sense. And Brittany says, hi, hello, how are you? Ospreys. Ospreys, those are beautiful, beautiful birds. BB buck, BB buck, babuck, babuck. And how long have you been photographing birds? Do you have that on your channel? Maybe I'll have to go check you out. And we just had Eagle joining us. I saw some bald eagles. It was 1986. I saw my first live bald eagle. And then I didn't see one for decades. And I've been seeing a lot in Indiana and Michigan lately. Run says, no joke, my dad shielded me in a way. Oh, did you know the people who did that to you? When you say he crapped, are you saying that he he blocked it? Is that what you mean by that? I don't think you mean he gave it. Um, that is traumatic. He's he's a YouTuber now? Huh. I what do you mean by crapped? Um, I can take it two different ways. Sometimes I can figure out what you guys mean. And preaching God. Okay. Did he have a near-death experience in that? And that's the thing, sometimes it's really interesting. Sometimes we have to hit rock bottom. And, sometimes the traumas we go through are for the better good. And it's a hard lesson learned, but I think there's something spiritual to it. Your dad's mental state, is his mental state better now? Oh, that's crazy. Literally. He's a vet. Wow. What's his mental state now? Now that he's preaching God, and is he following? Sometimes people preach, but they don't follow. No joke. I'm believing you. I'm believing you. Um, yeah, it sounds like he probably went through some really terrible trauma. And you'll see that a lot. People will start finding God because of the traumas that they went through. And that helps people persevere. It gives you that faith. And thank you, Radek. Is that how I say that? For the follow. Big Country is here. We got lots of people joining in. Gerald is here. So it gives you a sense of comfort and direction and purpose and a little bit of peace. And, maybe even an explanation of what happened to where it's a purpose to bring us closer. And Kenny is here, Hopkins. Ron says the guy who did it to us, me and my dad, was a cult member. And was it like an initiation kind of thing, or because you guys said no to them? Or yeah, cults are extremely dangerous, and they have the way to manipulate and brainwash and take everything from you. They just did it. Yeah, sometimes you get that little evil spirit. They just do it because they're bored or as a challenge. The guy who did it to us, he assumed I did something. And that's where like paranoia comes in. You talk about demonic spirits. If they want you to do something, they'll create that paranoia. Yeah, okay. And so Run is saying he assumed I did something to his kid, and people can go ballistic when they're protecting something. Come to find out, his dad was a cult member. And that's why be careful with the people you associate with, because it's inviting toxicity into your life. Yeah, be careful, because there's a lot of people turning other people against people or making up stories, and we all know about the flying monkeys. And Run retracted their message, so we'll have to see what they say in a second. But Tyler and Wallace are joining us, and thank you for the follow, Radek. I appreciate that. We are trying to get to 10,000 so I can start meeting up with you guys in person. So make sure you follow. Yeah, he preaches God. But is he more at peace? And I did the series with Joshua Schwartz, and he tried to ban you. Your dad? Your dad tried to ban you? Why? Were you, were you being difficult? He tried to ban you. John says, I know how you can get famous. Tell me, how can I get famous? How can I get famous? Ron says, not the guy. Okay. The guy who messed with me. Well, that's okay. Ban me. I don't want to be a part of it. That's like a thank you. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's probably, that's hard to overcome. It's wild. Oh, I bet. John, so tell me, John, how do I get famous? Notice he didn't say rich. And Michael is here. Pens fan. He's prayed with you at the hospital. How do you feel? I know my mom had somebody pray over her, and you could see like a comfort, or longing too, but part of the rewiring that we go through in our brain can be expedited when we had the faith, when we get rid of the anxiety. And handcuffs, away they took him. Oh, the guy he's the one who prayed over you? I've seen him once since years ago. Oh my gosh. Do you get like how do you react? Do you still get like panicky or anxious, anger? Yeah, sometimes reminders, sometimes sense, all those kind of things. He doesn't bother me. Okay. That's good. That's good. And so you've processed through your trauma. So that's letting you guys know, some of the trauma. Like I can barbecue now. I've processed through the fire. Brian says truth, love, justice, and faith. And Brian, thank you for the follow. But yeah, justice, faith. I am learning so much about faith, and it can be hard. Things don't always happen in our time, and you got to think about it like, would this be God's will? Also, careful what we ask for. If I ask for a certain person to be my husband, it might not be the right person. I should, maybe ask for a husband, but I just told you how you can get famous. What? No, you didn't. Oh, show feet. Is that you who wrote that? Show feet. That's true. That probably would work. AJ said, "Oh my God, stop it! Weird." Yeah, that's the. Yeah, you're not gonna see my feet. You were joking, LOL. But I mean, to be honest, you're probably right though. Ron says, I think he got hurt himself, but he permanently made my life different in a way. I hid it from all my friends. Do you know why you hid it? Were you embarrassed? Or was it the wound that embarrassed you? Because that's something outside of your control. But yeah, we all have certain feelings that we go through. A lot of us take on the guilt or the shame, or even we don't want to talk about it. So you say legally and the accusations. Oh yeah, legally, sometimes we have to keep our mouth shut. And the accusations, yeah, people saying, well, you shouldn't have gotten involved. And yeah, they have that with a lot of SA victims too, is they don't come forward because they don't want to be feeling like they're shamed or going through things. Post says she is a soul survivor. And yes, I am. I am a soul survivor. And I hope you guys are too, where we get through the hard times and come out on top. And Choco is here. Thank you for coming back. But yeah, that's a thing. And sometimes we need to talk through things, and then we have these legal confinements. Post says, what's your favorite thing from your childhood that I remember? Oh gosh, I don't know. I liked going to Myrtle Beach. I also got stung by a man-o-war jellyfish there, so it's kind of like a mix. I was pretty blessed on a couple different travels, just doing things with my friends, Debbie and Katie. And I had some nice times with my sisters, a little bit with my brother. Um, Swimming. I got to do a lot of swimming. What about you? So I was pretty blessed with childhood. Wasn't perfect, but looking back, I loved the Christmas mornings. And hi, Crystal, good to have you here. Crystal Bow, I love that name. And I don't think it's Crystal Bow. I think it's Crystal Bow. That's beautiful. I like that name. I kind of like Crystal River. I don't know, or Crystal Brook is what it was. Crystal Brook. But I didn't do that name for my daughter, but I like it. So Ron says, why I used to love Alabama, not now. He admitted he can't forgive also. There are people who hold grudges. And, I think that releasing the anger, forgiving people is crucial. That it doesn't mean we have to hang out with them again. But, if you think about like a demonic spirit, is it the person doing it or is it the devil? And, the forgiveness isn't necessarily only for that person. It's for ourselves too, to release. If you have grudges or anger, it eats you up inside. Anger is part of the stages of grief. And if you are in that stage of anger, you're stuck in grief. And grief is when we're sad, depressed, anxious. But Poe says, your face is like Christmas morning to me. Aw, I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you so much. Crystal Bo says, thank you. Come to Shasta and feel the magic. Where is Shasta? Tennessee. I don't know. Where's Shasta? I would love to, man, gosh, keep donating those roses. I'll start traveling the world. I would love to do that. Mount Shasta. Okay, there you go. All right. One day I'll have to do that. Like maybe do that one summer. I teach, so I get my summers off. Maybe get like a little, I do have a magic hat. I can go get my little top hat and put all these in California. I love California. I lived in Sacramento for a little while and visited LA, went to Venice Beach, all that good stuff. And then maybe draw a place to go. Ron says he already was, but he was a loose cannon. He admitted he can't forgive also, though nothing happened. Run says, the loose cannons, we got to be careful. We got to know people. And there are some people that they have triggers that come out of nowhere, or they're easily set up. Those are very dangerous people. They're most likely more impulsive, more likely to be extremely dangerous. Crystal says, thanks for your live and blessings. Same to you. Blue eyes are beautiful. Thank you, Post Malone. I appreciate that. I wish I didn't have to wear glasses all the time, but do what you got to do. And that's the thing is like the mind shift that we talk about. I don't like wearing glasses, but I am so thankful. So I look at I'm just thankful I can read. I'm thankful that there's something out there. So mind shifts, so I don't have to get depressed about it. But Postman, wow, your eyes. Oh, thank you. You like my eyes? I like them too. They look really pretty when I cry. Because they get all like bloodshot and they're super blue then. I don't know why, but yeah, whenever I have a breakdown, I'll look in the mirror like, oh, your eyes are so pretty. So much prettier when I'm sad. Ron says those type try and make some, got that down. Some of those types ruined life in a way, group effort. Yeah. And, misery loves company. People try to bring people down and they try, like we're most comfortable when we match. So if I'm having a happy day, I want to match with you. I want to go have fun with you. And sad people are like, well, I'm sad. I just kind of want to chill and, just watch a movie. Like people are happy when they match. And, we talk about the empathy and stuff, but, Ron says, Alicia, LOL. Am I saying that the right way? Debbie is here. Debbie, how are things going with you? Debbie's going through a difficult time. What's her name? Okay. Yeah, I think it's Alicia. So, Debbie, I hope things are going. Hurt people hurt people. Post Malone says, is that what you think? A lot of times, yeah. And sometimes it's inadvertently. They don't always mean to. And thank you, Matt. He says, you are a beautiful soul. Keep up the good vibes. I will. Good vibes. Um, how do you feel about that? Elaborate. Okay, so um, I'm single, but let's say my husband comes home late and I needed him to help. So now I'm hurt. So I might lash out at him and then he's going to justify and then he's not going to like the way I talk to him because I just hurt him because I'm not understanding that he was stuck in traffic. So he's going to yell at me and then we're going to have this fight and it's all going to just explode. Um, or let's say I'm lonely right now. And if I'm in a certain mindset, I could call you up and go, I've been a really good friend to you, but you suck. You never call me. And, here I am. You should know if you looked at my Facebook what I'm going through. And it's like, whoa, I'm just being attacked. And I'm only attacking you because I'm not saying it the right way. I'm not saying, I could really just use somebody to hang out with, or it changes the way people talk. They talk from that anxious state. They talk from the pain and, you know, jealousy too, it just is trying to think of like some other excuses. Uh, like even just if I'm tired, I want the whole house to go to sleep. It's time to go to bed and then it's peaceful. Everybody's quiet. I don't have to worry about anything. It's kind of like a match. And then also, our energy levels. If I'm like, oh, let's go hiking today and let's do this. And then we're going to go swimming. Then we're going to go out for a little bit, do some dancing. And you want to match with somebody who's like, that is way too much energy. That's going to drain me. And then it's going to affect me for the next day or two. So people are just comfortable in a certain realm. There's give or take, but there are times that you can feed off of people's energy. So, if you guys feel that I'm energetic, it might keep you up a little bit longer. You might be interacting with me a little bit more. There's usually like a power struggle. Sometimes Poe says, why do you choose to attack him because of the Facebook? That's not me. That's not me. But I'm just giving you see that all over the place. Like people are like, oh my goodness, I'm not even married. So I don't even have anybody to attack. Melissa says, what's up? And just having fun. Haha. Yep. So men are safe in my home. They're not here. But Melissa, how's your day going? It is actually 12:34 Saturday morning. Time will tell, no worries. Debbie says, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta give it up to God, and all we can do is pray. So yeah, there comes a time that's all you can do, and we can't control people. She's going through something pretty extreme, and she's got to protect her mental health too. Ron says, it's all crap. I could tell. You don't deserve the mess that happened. Exactly. There's times we just have to say it happened. Why don't I give in? What to a man? Is that what you mean? I'll answer your question if that's what you're saying. Melissa says, cooked my butt off this evening for the weekend. Are you having company this weekend? What did you make? I need to do that. I have to go grocery shopping. I want to make marry me chicken, not to get married, but let's hear it. Is that what you're talking about? I've been essayed. I've had a gun to my head. I've had some bad experiences, narcissistic abuse, which gets you in that trauma bond, which keeps you being emotionally abused. So, also, there, the thing is that I have to be attracted to someone. I can have like the deepest friendship, but if I'm not attracted to them, I'm not going to want to be physical with them. And as a wife, I don't want to take that away from someone, so out of fairness to the guy too. But if I like the guy, I like the guy. But Just haven't found the right person. Matt says everyone needs to stop and take everything in stride. You never know what someone is going through. That's true, you know? And if the time's right, the person's right, then I'm all down for it, but I'm not going to force it. And also, too, like society is slim pickings. There, there's people who indulge in things that I don't indulge in, or certain things that are important to me. But thank you for that, Matt. Melissa says, I cook with love and to give love. Aw, that's the way to be. So I've been a backstreet girl. No, I'm super kind of reserved and conservative, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a backstreet girl. Are you saying like I like the Backstreet Boys? Is that what you mean? That'll keep you single. Post Malone. Are you talking about Backstreet Boys? I don't know. Jesus is here. Hello. Nice to have you here. And you're trouble. Yes, I am. So Deb Run says marriage is fine. Just stop the outside crap. Shut it out. The other ruin your connection. And my ex called me that. Truth is the cult tries to mess with people's relationships. Can you see? Most truly. Mason the drummer. Hey, what's up? Good to have you here. Thank you. Feel free to hit that like button. Get more people into the chat. Am I single? Yes, I am. Run says, I guess why I'm single. I cook some hard stuff. Like, what do you mean you cook some hard stuff? Difficult stuff? And we got some messages, so let me check. Just so you guys know, I am going between 3 platforms, so I will read so you guys understand. But yeah, we are live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, trying to grow the channel so I can expand out and meet you guys in person. And so thank you for the follow, Jesus. Is that because I said your name the right way? Thank you, John, for the follow. Matt says, no problem. Yeah, you got my back. I can tell already. John says, hi from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nice to have you here. Nowadays, things have changed, it's not the same kind of dating as when I was younger. And Melissa says, I was a groupie with the hair bands in the 80s, but I found my man. What were some of your favorite Twisted Sister? Who did you like in the 80s? Catman says, to give a love, you've got to what? Finish your sentence. Are they real? What, my size A? Or what real? Or what real? Luard, good to have you here, cutie. You say, thank you for coming back. I remember you. Savannah is here. Good to see you're doing good. Yes, I am doing good, Luard. Luard, I think you were here when I was like right around the time I was in the hospital a couple days ago. Catman says, live a love. To live a love, you got to be a part of. Is that a song? Is that a song? Should be. I miss the old days. Slow motion says Danny. I agree. Oh my goodness. I miss the music. I miss I don't like drink, but I miss going dancing, Leward is asking for a 360. We have 10 out of 200 roses. They're only a penny each. So once we get to my $2 goal, set yourself high. Then I'll do a 360. How's that? Ed says, hi from Pennsylvania. We got a lot of Pennsylvania. You guys are up late. It is 12:40 in the morning. Melissa says, I was a groupie for Van Halen and then Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi was big. And of course, he got to jump. Van Halen. Exactly. Lewart says, I was there. Yep. I remember. Catman says, a man needs a maid and young. Well, I'm 54, so Melissa, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. And thank you for the follow, JLG. Matt says, you seem like a good time. I enjoy listening to you. Thank you so much. I try to keep it upbeat. Life can get us down. And the reason I started this is because so many people, just sometimes need that validation that, it's not always our fault what we went through, but how do we deal with it? And Lure, think, oh, look at all that. Oh my goodness, lots of roses. Run says, Bible says they will dance, basically. Run, Moat will like if you got Southern taste with mix of Italian and some other. Italian is always good. Italian. Mason says, so do I have a chance with you if I get to know you better? Soul Survivor, you never know. You never know. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea what lies ahead. And Lured, how many roses? Oh my goodness. Check it out. 1920. You are awesome. Thank you. Hello, beautiful from Missouri. Damn, you look amazing. Thank you, Brant. Thank you so much. And Catman says the song Manuel Young, saddest love song ever written. Lured 28, then 34. Look at all these roses. It's raining. And but yeah, I miss the old days, and we get more. Catman, you guys are awesome. You guys are gonna make me do a 360. You're gonna find out my secret. I'll tell you when we get there. I'll tell you my secret. Eric, thank you for the follow. And 8 roses. That is so nice. I'm all out of roses. That's okay. We are getting there. 84 out of 200. 112 more roses, and I'll do my 360. 360 and I figured it out. It just means turn around 360. So I stand up and turn around. So Run says, when I message, it comes in a certain way. Run says, I didn't like dancing. A lot of guys don't like dancing for one reason. Melissa says, my hubby has no idea. Thank you. You get number 1. That is awesome. And do I have Zelle? Is Zelle like a phone app? I think Zelle's a phone app. I don't have it. Cat Man says, oh yeah, simp magnetizing. Thank you for the follow, Jesse. I dance well to decent. I love dancing. And I wasn't sure, or Apple Pay. I'm about to pay you. You can PayPal me. You can PayPal me. You can PayPal me. I can let you know how to do that. If you want, I'll type that in for you guys. You didn't get this display? What do you mean you didn't get this display? Send me my PayPal. All right, let me type this. Oops. Hold on. I'll type it for you. I'm new to all this, guys. Comment. Here we go. All right. GABR Gabrielle's Costumes at gmail.com. There you go. That's my PayPal. Gabrielle's Costumes at gmail.com. I'll type that just because. Why not? I'll type it here too. That's my PayPal. And I do have a link on my YouTube. So, but you did clubs. I enjoyed, my friends and I, we'd go to Canada, and there you only had to be 19. We didn't go to drink. We just went to dance, and they had like the most amazing house band. Melissa says he wonders why I know what I do. I learned it from the rock stars. I love it. Number 1, thank you so much. Lewart says, thanks, cutie. You are welcome. So yeah, Gabrielle's Costumes at gmail.com is my PayPal. And I appreciate that. You guys are getting me closer to my my new computer that I destroyed. And Radon is here. So you are aware. But once it starts turning into winter and I'm over this health thing where I have a little bit more energy, I do want to do my little tap time. I don't know, YouTube. I don't know if I should do my tap time on YouTube. I'll do it on TikTok and Facebook. It was cool being a groupie. And yeah, you get to dress up. What did you, we also did like the Madonna and the Michael Jackson. All that was popular at that time. Catman says the Greatest Dead, or Grateful Dead. I got a smudge there, guys. The Grateful Dead were my hometown band. I only danced with the twirlers. Grateful Dead. I didn't really listen to them, but I think I like some of their songs. Yeah, I only had so many Would you guys have records back then? I did. I grew up on records. Matt says you are a very pretty person. I like listening to you. You are so sweet, Matt. Run says truth. All of it is still happening. Sometimes we think we're flexing on others, but we are not. That is true. I'll agree with that. So, Chaco, how's your day going? Melissa says I was in a groupie in the 80s with a hairband. Guts. Ooh. Did you travel, guys? Okay, with the hairband guys. And yeah, I knew this one lady. She traveled all around. Did you get to meet them, or you just kind of followed them? There are people that follow their bands. A little hair thrashing. Yeah. Trying to think of who else was really big back then. Like ZZ Top was another. I liked the more like you said, like the Van Halen, Bon Jovi type stuff. And you are Carlos. Carlitos. Bueno. Thank you. Good to have you here, Carlos. Can you lip sync without music? I am better at lip syncing than singing. Melissa says I follow and did a lot with them. I bet you learned a lot. I met a couple famous people, but not on tour, just like out and about. Catman says, I was a stagehand for 25 years. You saw them all. I know my brother was a stagehand, but he did it for Christian rock. But we got to see some Christian rock where they were like Ozzy Osbourne. It was kind of like a mind blow. Jesus! You know. But you lip sing a song, I'll guess it. Gosh. Do you? Carlos. Oh, it put me on the spot. It's so funny. Ron says bodies on bodies of cool bodies. There you go. Yeah, you're putting me on the spot, Carlos. Oh, it was supposed to be a serious topic, and now we're like lip syncing. Oh, what did they sing? I gotta remember. I'm trying to think of a Milli Vanilli song. Do you remember what happened with them? Best show ever was AC/DC. I bet they had a great light show. Melissa says it was a time that I lived, but stopped doing it to find a husband. Yeah, sometimes we got to settle down. You know, there's a trade off. We can either go live the life or have the life that gives us comfort and safety and stability. Run says Carlos, Leos are flirts. So Run is talking to you, Carlos. Ha ha ha. Watch out. So, but yeah, yeah, sometimes we miss it, but we're still thankful and we're okay with it, you know. Do you guys ever go to concerts together? Garcia is here and America's Top Guy. Carlos says, ready to lip sync without music. That's putting me on the spot. Pyro floating riser, harnessed over the crowd. Amazing, but a lot of work, Catman says. I like those. They used to have like the surfing and stuff. They had to change a lot of the rules for concerts. People were getting real hurt. Also, who was it? The Who had that rush to the stage, and a lot of people lost their lives. And Run says, I was one for years, a flirt. Sorry, I was what's a Drano puller? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? Melissa says, let me make sure that I'm reading it right because it's got that smudge right there. I think yeah, effing rock stars is fun. Just got to stop at some point. That's true. You know, where it's like, Melissa, pick me. I'm a rock star. Catman says the days of 20 to 25 truckloads in are long gone. Are you a trucker right now? I think you said, are you my trucker? How many truckloads do you do? I would think that the truckloads are still high. And Cowboy is here. Nice to have you. I don't know what a Drano puller is. Because isn't there a shortage of truckers? I would not want to be a trucker in the winter. That is for sure. We had somebody leave because I don't know what a Drano puller is. Catman says loads in for what we did. Oh, to set up a show. Lucky to see 1 or 2 trucks now. Oh, did they use that many? I wonder, like, though, with Taylor Swift, though, how many she does and what she does overseas. Do they just rent stuff? And Addison is here. Hello to you. Nice to have you. And thank you for liking the live. Jacob says it's awesome that lot listeners are making lives. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, good. I don't know where they are, but oh, Jacob, are you that bored? Are you that bored? That's so funny. You know, Addison's ma'am. Yes, I knew what you meant. Thank you for that. Catman says no. She brings it all. Worked her when she was like 17. What are you guys talking about? You guys be polite. Oh my goodness. You gotta love the internet, you know. But Pat is here. There is a hug. Thank you. Yeah, I'm nice. I'm a professional. Like, dude, isn't that funny? It's like I know who I am, and you can say whatever you want. I'm like far from what you are calling me. And Catman says, worker her show, get your mind out of the gutter. Worker here. Yeah, I mean, I have so much education and professional job. So C2 says, cheers, love. How are you? I am doing good. Got a couple of little rude people in my chat, but that's all right. But doing good, and looking forward to tomorrow where I have a really good podcast. And I posted on my Facebook. If you guys want to join my Facebook, you can follow Cynthia Schiller, Schiller. That's going live. No 360, 84 out of 200. I still need the rest. We need 112. So 112 more roses and I'll do a 360. So C2 says, if you're late night, not much, but a-holes. That's true. You know, the freaks come out at night. So go ahead and PayPal me. You can PayPal me. I'll get a notification on my screen. It'll tell me. And America's Top Guy. But yeah, I used to, work at bars and stuff like that too. And also, I went on some ride-alongs. I have a degree in criminal justice, used to be a juvenile probation officer, but yeah, a lot of stuff happens at night. Catman says a Taylor Swift show was 10 trucks. She was just a kid, 17. I'm getting notification. I'm going to notification on. 10 trucks. Yeah, she's gotten a lot bigger since then, but like to see her transformation in like 10, 12 years is 14 years, whatever it is. I'm having chest pains, guys. If I die, I don't know what's going on. I'm not feeling good. Sichi says, I apologize, but that's what it is. What? Oh, about the a-holes. Yeah, I'm sorry. But if I may say, of course, just be polite. But can you send me a video? Can I send you a video for $1.12? Did you watch TWD? What does TWD stand for? And C2 says, I love your frames. Thank you, cops. TWD. I don't know what that's standing for some reason. Please don't. Yeah, I was just in the hospital a couple days ago. They think it's more autoimmune, causing a lot of pains in me. Lewis says, no, I'll send more. James Carter follow. Thank you for the follow. And Lewis, we just got to come prepared next time. There you go. How's that? And Sean is here, and Arturo. I used to go to school with an Arturo. Debbie, yes, you'll talk to me later. And thank you for your support. And I know you're going through a lot. I'll be praying for you and the people involved. So thanks for logging in. You're so sweet. I'm sorry you're going through this. Lots of love to you. And C2 says, I'm not going to fake care, but I hope you're okay. Thank you. Yeah. I should be okay. I should be okay. If not, it's recorded and send it to my mom and she'll call 911. But yeah, if I need to log off, I'll log off, but probably not. What's probably not? But at least you're honest. I'm not going to fake here. So Catman says, long day in the sun today and tomorrow too. See ya. Get some sleep. Thank you for joining in. And it will be history. There you go. There you go. And no, let's hope not. Hopefully that's in the past and everything will be fine. So that's the thing, without your health, you have nothing. So that's why I went in though, because I still struggle with passing out. I want to get tested for something called POTS because my blood pressure just tanks out. Most important part is just enjoy yourself. Exactly. Try to live a stress-free life. Stress can wreak havoc in our bodies, and Jesus is here. But it's so nice having you guys. You guys normally come in late at night. F all the worries at the moment. I agree. Just relax. It is the weekend. And yeah, just be you. Live your authentic life. And you wouldn't send one a video? I post all my stuff for everybody. So I don't do personalized ones. And Nate, is that how you spell it? Is it Nate? And thank you for the follow. That is the coolest way. Nate, I think that's how you say it. I like your name. Thank you for the follow. C2 says, and once more, you have awesome friends. Thank you. Lewis says, give me a price on PayPal. You love the blue? Thank you. I got tons of glasses. You'll see me doing different ones. Debbie says, what the heck? I'll stick it out. I just have been run down all week, but I will be okay. Well, I'm glad you're sticking it out. Yeah, we got a good conversation going. We got TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are welcome to talk about what you would like to, and brings out my eyes. Thank you. Yeah, if I wear a blue shirt too, that's really good. Yeah, what does TWD stand for? Oh, do I have to look up? Hold on. I'm missing it. I can only scroll up so much. Yeah, let me know what The Walking Dead. Okay. Geez, I knew I was supposed to know that. The Walking Dead. Like, why didn't I get that? So C2 says, as long as we are there for each other. Yeah, why didn't? Thank you for letting me know. But Debbie, what do you got going on this weekend? I need to do a cooking show this weekend. Somebody from my dinner group. Oh, and Phil just joined in. Hello, Phil. Hello. Good to have you here. And we got more people joining in. We were talking about the demonic eyes and, kind of like possession, things like that. So Lewart, I just said that I don't do private videos. I can do like one-on-ones. If you guys want to do like, like a coaching session, I can do that. Cooking what? That's the thing. I want to either do Grandma Schiller's lasagna. You guys can help me pick. Debbie, I got to go through the list. Debbie has sent me a lot of recipes. There's definitely some I want to make. But the first one I want to make is either the Marry Me chicken or Grandma Schiller's lasagna. And the other is like I don't know exactly what it's called. I had it in China. It's like black pepper steak. I got to figure it out. It's like so good. It's kind of like beef and broccoli, but it's like the gravy part is the part that I love. So good. And there was one more. It just slipped my mind. Oh. Lewis says, yes, let's do 101. So you can email me at cynthia@asoulsurvivor.com. And the one-on-ones are on the up and up, though, just so you know. Am I live? I am live in Michigan. Girl, pasta. You don't like pasta? Or you can't have pasta? How about this? Make your own. There you go. Make fudge. Oh, I cannot make fudge. There's actually a really easy recipe, and it does turn out good. It's just 2 ingredients. It's just sweetened condensed milk and a thing of chocolate chips. and it's really good fudge. But as far as fudge, that's why I had to lose 78 pounds because of fudge. We went to Mackinac Island and I fell in love with their fudge. And so I tried with my Betty Crocker cookbook, making their fudge, but it's so temperature sensitive. And we had the candy thermometer, but I'm trying to make it every day after school. And of course, you got to taste test it. It would either, if you get a little bit of water in it, it gets hard, crumble. And if it's not to the right temperature, then it's runny. I had it where it was like the perfect flavor, but it was like a syrup. So I was sticking it in the freezer to try to harden it every day after school for like a year and a half. I gained so much weight trying to make the right fudge. So I like the Mackinac Island fudge. And my friend, she had a birthday party and her mom made this birthday cake with like fudge on top. And it was so good that I tried for years, like a year and a half, to make the right kind of fudge. And I gained a lot of weight because also when I was growing up, I had a lot of broken bones, even fell off my crutches. So I was in a wheelchair because I had a broken arm as well. Good to have you here joining us, Scott. How's your day going? So yeah, I like fudge, but man, I only got it right like 1 or 2 times out of it because it was so temper sensitive where you had to put the little drop and see if it formed a bubble. But how did I know? So yeah, the easy recipe. There's also one with marshmallow where you can make it really easy. I can make bread. I have a bread maker. Thank you, mommy. I don't think she's still on, but I have a bread maker. I like beer bread. I've made that. Bread is really good homemade. Yes, I can make bread. I like zucchini bread, banana bread. I make that kind too, but bread. I need to try a friendship bread. So what do you mean on the, up and up? Up and up, up and up means not doing anything naughty. Um, where it's kind of like you can see. So, like if people were watching, are you doing the right thing? You're on the up and up. You're not hiding things. So, it just means that I don't do anything naughty and like the coaching sessions. So that's all I'm saying is it's appropriate. It's not flirty. It's professional. So you emailed me. Okay, good. And you miss your mama's fudge. Do you know what her recipe was? The Betty Crocker one was next to impossible. Thank you for the follow, Clinton. And I want it to be flirty. I know I gotta be appropriate. Gotta be appropriate. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a farmer's market. I want to learn how to do this. There's a farmer market. Can I name a country in Africa? Tanzania. You got the Congo over there. And I did a report on Niger before. Got South Africa's. Let's go, Incognito says. Betty Crocker book, old one, if can get it. The Betty Crocker, the red and white one, that is the best cookbook. And my dad passed away, and like you should see mine fell apart. And but my sister inherited the one my dad used, and she just like broke down in tears because he was always cooking for us. And she's like, look at how much he used this for us. And so I do have one of his copies, but she got the one that he used the most, and good recipes. It is a good cookbook. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they have desserts and soups and breads and just everything, all different kinds of meats. I don't like fish, but they had like casseroles. Do people really make casseroles anymore? I grew up on casseroles for the most part, casseroles and tacos and chicken and spaghetti and pizza. That's what I kind of grew up on from what I remember. Meatloaf too. So Rusk is here, Whistle, and Grandma Schuller, how I told you I want to do her lasagna. I got to find it. She was published in the Detroit News for her turkey, or no, I think she made it with tuna. but we didn't like tuna, so she made turkey tetrazzini for us. I need to pull that out. I have a memory that that was really good. So I should maybe get her published. She won an award for it. It's her own recipe. So, but yeah, Debbie, I'll have to make bread on a like a soup stew kind of day. Ron says I make them, but they're simple vegetable ones with cheese or we'll add chicken. I love chicken. I like that. That sounds good. Oh, but I started telling you guys, thank you for the is it N hold on, I gotta see the NTO. Hold on. I got a crack right there. So Antonio? I think it's different than that. I gotta see when it scrolls up, I'll be able to thank you for the follow. Michael is here. But it was like a cinnamon like swirl bread, but so good because it was like the gooiness, it didn't soak in. It wasn't just like cinnamon flavored, it was like a cinnamon butter syrup. I have no idea how they got it to stay in there. It's so good. Also like cheese bread. Antonio? Or is it just Antonio? Antonio? Good to have you here. Luard's all sad. I'm sorry. And Jeff is here. We can still be friends. Run says, my mama said she may not cook. Learn to throw down a good dish. Mama. Yeah, sometimes you guys just got to learn how to do stuff, you know? That's how recipes, like the good recipes, you just get creative. Got lots of people giving me that love. And we are at 84 out of 200 roses. Let's see if we can get to that 200 on this beautiful Friday night, early Saturday morning. Some ladies don't cook well at all. And I'll tell you what, Ron, some guys don't cook well. But yeah, it's not that hard once you know how to. You know, you just got to learn how to measure or kind of tune your taste. And yeah, some people don't have the flair, you know, but there are ways to learn. Everybody should be able to follow a recipe like that. You know, that's not that hard. You just got to follow it. And sometimes instructions are hard for people, or even just, you know, because there are some adaptations that you have to do. You know, if you set your temperature and it's actually burning the thing, people are like, no, I have to let it cook. Some people are super helpless too. I know, you know, on the box of like Kraft macaroni and cheese, I can't remember, you know, use 2 quarts of water, whatever it is, and bring it to a boil. And some people, they're like, I can't do this. This is a 4-quart pot and it's asking for 2 quarts or, you know, it's like you don't even have to measure the water. You just really don't. Ron says some recipes can't be made the same each time. That is so true. Also, you have to take into account the different atmospheric pressures. That makes a difference. So you have to adjust the cooking time and the temperature when you're way up in the mountains. And I've been to the mountains. Like I went out to Colorado, and you can definitely feel a difference. Even climbing up the stairs was super tiring. The air's a lot thinner up there, makes you a lot more tired, but it also affects the cooking. Ron says, a lot of stuff I make, it's never the same, but close. It's the style, how it is made in the first place. Yep. Is it being made with love? Maybe you were having a cranky day that day. So I'm going to say it is 1:10 in the morning. I will log on for you guys tomorrow. I have a couple videos I need to do before I go to bed. Captain Falcon, thank you for the follow. Tomorrow night, look for that video by Kendra. It'll be, if you just type in Kendra with a K, you can find it. But I'll post that tomorrow. As long as she shows up, she should. But some good information. JDL, all right. Thank you for understanding. You were cool. It was cool. Colorado is aight. I agree. So thank you guys. I hate logging off when people are in here, but I will see you guys tomorrow and have a fantastic night. Feel free to send a couple more roses or hearts before we go. Follow and invite more people. we'll get this growing every day, and I'll see you soon. Have a good night.